All you need for ingredients is 2 liters of whole milk and a quarter cup of yogurt. I use the Astro Original Balkan style yogurt, plain yogurt, whichever yogurt you decide to use. Just make sure it has an active bacterial culture, as you can see here on the back. The first thing you do is take the 2 liters of milk, add it to a large pot, and heat it over a medium heat, up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. It's better to have a thermometer, but if you don't, you can see there's a skim over the top of the milk, so that'll give you an idea if you're close to temperature. Once the 180 degrees temperature is reached, skim off that skim that's on the top of the milk and pour it off. I usually put it in a smaller pot and set it on the counter to cool. You want this to cool to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it's reached 100 degrees Fahrenheit, add the yogurt, which is set at room temperature, to this milk. But be very careful when you're stirring it. You want to make sure that you're not killing the bacteria. Like, add a little bit of milk to your quarter cup, stir it slightly, and then pour it in and just stir it. Don't mix it right up. Just kind of blend it through the milk. Once blended, cover your pot, wrap your pot in a towel. I usually wrap it in a towel first, and then I wrap it in a blanket, and then place that in the oven with the oven light on. I normally turn the oven light on before I start, just to get the oven heated up a little bit. And you just leave it there for 24 hours. The next day, when you remove it from the oven, this is what you see. Yogurt. Easy peasy. Isn't that amazing how easy that is? Now, it's going to be a little bit too liquid, so you want to remove some of the whey, more to get a Greek yogurt. My mother, she made yogurt for us when we were young quite often, and I've been making this recipe for several years myself. And I've just kind of changed this process slightly over the years. And even this last time I did it a little bit different than I did it the time before. But a fine strainer is what you'll need. And take a cup towel, and I have a couple of them that I have designated for making yogurt. Place the cup towel over the strainer and take the yogurt from the pot and place it into the cup towel. You can close it up. I close it up and put a cover over it and set it in the fridge overnight. Now, I made this recipe here later in the evening, so it worked out perfectly. I left it in the fridge overnight, and the next morning I took it out of the cup towel. Now, as you can see in this particular photo, this is when I made it prior to this time, and I used to hang it from my cupboard door and let the whey drip into the cup below. But I think it's better to put it in the fridge, and that way it keeps it cool overnight. And here's what you'll end up with. You'll end up with about a liter of whey and a liter of yogurt. Now, it's funny because I always wondered when I was younger, when little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, what exactly the whey was. Well, now I know. Now, one thing you'll notice is you want to decide how thick you want your yogurt. But what you should realize is when you add whatever sweetener you add to this yogurt, in my case, I add dandelion honey, it's going to liquefy the yogurt a little bit more. Isn't this amazing how easy it is to make this yogurt? And you'll even find it's better than store-bought yogurt. There's way more probiotics in it, and it's just the creaminess. It's so much creamier than the stuff that you buy in the store. Personally, I love yogurt in granola and berries first thing in the morning, but I also use the yogurt in most of my soap recipes, as well as use the whey in just a couple of them. This recipe is so easy, I know you can't wait to try it at home. Let me know how you make out in the comments below. Thank you for watching and have a naturally nice day. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe.